Relationships are supposed to be rooted in trust. At least that's what I always thought for years. I believed I had that with her. We shared everything, or so I assumed, but one ordinary afternoon that belief shattered. In the most unexpected way. It was a Sunday, usually our day together, but she said she was meeting a friend for coffee. I didn't question it. She had her own life, her own circle, and I never wanted to seem controlling. It's just Amy, she mentioned casually before heading out, yet as the hours dragged on something felt wrong. Amy wasn't the type to keep her phone off for so long, and every time I texted, my messages stayed unanswered. I even tried calling once to check in, but it went straight to voicemail. I told myself to stop overthinking, but a nagging voice wouldn't let it go. By late afternoon, I decided to take a walk to clear my head. There's a little cafe near our place we often visited on slow weekends, so I headed there for some fresh air and a coffee. That's when I saw her sitting by the window with a man I didn't know. Her laughter carried across the room, and the way they sat together looked far too comfortable, her hand resting on the table, his fingers only inches away. For a moment I froze, unsure if I was misreading. Maybe he was just a friend. Maybe it wasn't what it appeared to be. But then I saw the way she leaned in. Her eyes lit up in a way I hadn't seen for a long time, and that smile, no, it wasn't the kind you gave just anyone. I walked inside, heart pounding. She didn't notice me at first, lost in whatever he was saying, but when I stopped at their table, her face changed instantly. The laughter vanished, and she looked at me with a mix of surprise and irritation. "Hey," I said, my voice low but firm. "What's going on here?" The man shifted nervously, looking between us like he wanted to disappear. She, however, stayed sharp. "What are you doing here?" she asked, her tone cold. "I could ask you the same thing," I said, motioning to the table. "You told me you were with Amy." She shrugged like it wasn't important. "Plans changed, and you didn't think to mention it." Her eyes cut to him, then back at me. "I didn't think I had to. It's just coffee." I looked at him again, and he avoided my stare. "Who is he?" I demanded before she could answer. He muttered I should go, already gathering his things. "No, stay," I said, my anger boiling. "I want to know who you are." "He's a friend," she snapped quickly, her voice defensive. "Really?" I shot back. "Because this doesn't look like friends." That's when she smiled, not guilty, not sorry, but smug, like I was the fool in all this. "You're being dramatic," she said, leaning back in her seat. "Dramatic?" That word hit harder than anything. "Dramatic?" I echoed, my voice rising. "I catch you lying about where you are, and I'm dramatic." She rolled her eyes like I was a child. "It's coffee. You're blowing this way out of proportion." But it wasn't just coffee. It was the secrecy, the dishonesty, the way she looked at him like I wasn't even there. "Is this the first time?" I asked, my voice quieter. Her smirk faltered. "Only a second, long enough to tell me the truth." She hid behind her mask again. "That's not your concern," she said coldly. That was it. My chest felt torn apart, but I wasn't going to stand there letting her belittle me any longer. "You're right," I said, stepping back. "It's not my concern anymore." Her eyes widened. "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means I'm done," I answered, turning away. "You're leaving over this?" she called after me. I stopped at the door, glanced back once. "No," I said. "I'm leaving because you don't respect me, and I refuse to stay with someone who doesn't value honesty or loyalty." She didn't come after me. She didn't say sorry. She just sat there with that same smug expression. The days that followed were brutal. I kept replaying that moment, wondering if I'd done right, if I should have tried harder. But the truth was she'd chosen long before I walked into that cafe. Leaving wasn't easy, but it was the only choice. I deserve someone who sees my worth, who doesn't dismiss me or hide behind lies. And now, for the first time in years, I feel like I'm finally free to find that